Welcome to AU in View, a production of the Aurora University Communication Department and AU Spartan Media. We're here to bring you the news and events of the Aurora community. I'm Christina.
And I'm Carrie. We'll be your hosts for this episode. Our feature stories will be focused on what's going on around campus, and we'll also be interviewing special guest, Sierra LaSure, to talk about the NOLO's launch party. But first, let's go over the latest news.
The first ever AU Art Walk is happening this Friday, April 17th. During the Art Walk, there's going to be live music, some theater performances, as well as food and games. Planning for the Art Walk began back in the fall of 2014, so make sure to join your fellow Spartans to see all their hard work. They're going to be out on the quad from 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., and the purpose of this event is to bring more attention to the art program and art all over the Aurora community. The Art Walk will also help give students more experience in displaying their work, so make sure to stop by. This is an event you don't want to miss out on.
This year's spring play is Dancing at Lunasa, and it opens this week. Directed by Stacey Panich, Dancing at Lunasa is a story of life in Ireland in the late 1930s, and is told from the point of view of adult Michael Evans, who is the narrator. He tells the story of a summer back home in Ireland when he was 7 years old. Dancing at Lunasa features several university students and runs from this Friday, April 17th, until next Saturday, the 25th. The show starts at 7:30 p.m.
Tomorrow, April 16th, the Social Work Association will be hosting the Clothesline Project in Dunham Atrium. T-shirts made by survivors of violence or sexual assault will be displayed, and material will be available for anyone who would like to make their own shirt in order to honor someone or represent surviving their own abuse. The Clothesline Project acts as a visual reminder that violence occurs all around us in many different forms. Each display acts as a representation for all those who have been silenced, giving them a chance to speak out and honor their testimonies. There will also be several displays providing information on how to identify and avoid violence, comfort survivors, and make a difference. The Clothesline Project will take place from 11:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m.
Our fellow AU Spartan Media members on Spartan Spotlight have this week's sports update. So let's take a look at what's happening out on the field.
3, 2, 1.
Spartans baseball lost to Benedictine University on Sunday, bringing their record to 15-13. The Spartans will look to improve on that with their next two at home. Spartan softball has continued their hot start with a win on Sunday over Concordia University, Wisconsin, bringing their record to 21-3. The softball team will play their next three at home, looking to keep their momentum. Men and women's golf will look to ramp up the spring season, with the men playing the University of St. Francis and Elmhurst College this week, while the women will take on Benedictine University on Saturday. With a 6-6 record, the women's lacrosse team will look to close out the season strong with two of their next three on the road. The men's lacrosse team brought their record to 9-6 with a 12-9 win over Augustana College on Saturday. The men's lacrosse team will take on Concordia University, Wisconsin on Wednesday. After placing 6 out of 19 teams, the men's track and field team will compete at the Cougar Outdoor Invitational on Saturday. Women's track and field placed 4th out of 15 teams on Saturday and will look to keep that going at the Cougar Outdoor Invitational. This has been Brittany Wrighthouse with your AU Sports Update.
Today
Back
on
to
AU
you.
in View, we have Sierra LaSure, a member of NOLOS, and she's here to tell us about the upcoming spring launch party.
Hello.
Hi, Sierra.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we love having everyone from the Aurora community here with us on AU in View. So why don't you tell us a bit about what NOLOS is?
NOLOS is AU's literary magazine. So we publish poetry, short fiction, one-act plays, spoken word poetry. We also accept art, so photography or drawings or paintings. Pretty much we like to accept a little bit of everything, and give people a chance to submit their talent. Pretty much.
Do you hold a position on NOLOS?
I do. I'm currently the assistant editor. As of this semester and next semester, I will be the editor-in-chief.
All right, moving on up.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so who else is on your editorial staff with you, and how many of them are on the staff?
Do you want me to name?
If you want, you can name a couple of them.
Okay, well, I think we've got, about like 10 people. Samantha Shamara, she is currently the editor-in-chief. We have Tiffany Porter, who is the fiction and poetry editor, and then we've got our readers, so they're the people that we give all of the submissions to, and they will give their own comments, and then based on their comments, we will decide what goes in and what doesn't go in. So I'm not gonna name all of them.
That's okay. No worries.
Yeah, no favoritism.
So are a lot of them English majors, or do you have people from other majors who are also involved with it?
I believe we have mostly English majors. I think one girl is a communications major, but I think either way, you can still get on it both ways. And, we accept everyone for the most part. I would like for everyone to join, so it's not just open to English majors or communications majors. Everyone's welcome to join OLS if they'd really like to.
Okay, well, what if I'm a really bad writer? I mean, I'm a communications major, so don't say that.
Yeah.
I'm a very good writer. But say I wasn't really strong at writing and I wanted to submit something. Could I still do that?
Yeah, you could definitely still submit it. I mean, you may think that you're a bad writer, but depending on how we view it, I don't know. I figure everyone should submit something, and it'll most likely make it in because we try to accept everyone. So don't fret about that.
That's wonderful. Awesome. Well, can you tell us a little bit about the upcoming launch party?
Sure. It is. We will have the launch party at Culture Stock in downtown Aurora. I have no idea what the address is, so if you guys could Google that, that'd be great.
Google
yeah. It'll take place from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. We will have live readings. There will be food. We will distribute, and we will also distribute copies of the actual publication. So that should be fun. And also, it's at a used bookstore, so you're welcome to walk around, check out all of the books, buy something. It's a really nice atmosphere.
That's awesome.
I do like books.
Everybody likes books and free food.
Free food's my favorite.
goodness. Sounds like a wonderful event. So have you had a lot of submissions then coming in from different people?
We got a lot of submissions this semester, and we actually got more art submissions than we did actual writing, which is great because we don't get that many art submissions, but we got around like 41. So it's a very diverse piece this semester, I think.
That's wonderful.
Okay, I know you mentioned that you can get the book at Culture Stock, but where else can you get it around campus? Is it hidden somewhere?
Yeah. No, we try and keep copies around everywhere, so we mostly have them in the library, and we'll set them on the table, so they're free for everyone to take. We didn't really do that last semester, and I'm not sure why, but we'll definitely put some up in the library so everyone can take some. And I know if you really want one and you can't find one anywhere, you can always go visit the English professors on the 4th floor of Eckert because they have all of the copies. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, one last time, can you tell us just where it is? You said it's downtown Aurora.
Culture Stock. It's a small used bookstore. It's right across the street from the Paramount Theater. So it's kind of a hard place to miss. You have to be looking for the sign, but it's a really great place.
Okay, so we'll be sure to stop by.
Yes,
Thanks so
thank
much
you.
for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, so up next on this week's episode of AU in View is our news package. Yesterday, our news team here at AU in View went behind the scenes at Aurora University's first ever Mr. Spartan male beauty pageant. It was hosted by the ladies of Sigma Delta Gamma. Let's go take a look.
Last night, the ladies of Sigma Delta Gamma held their first annual Mr. Spartan pageant show. 9 people entered the contest, but only one would come out as the Mr. Spartan of 2015.
Kind of like came from just a couple girls like that graduated high school. Like they kind of like brought the idea here, and we thought that it's so different. There's nothing like this. There's a girl pageant, but we kind of wanted to make it more fun for the guys. So we have 9 contestants right now. We had a little more, but there was just a lot of scheduling conflicts. So we're just gonna have to plan it further in advance. That way we can get more contestants and people to participate. We just wanted any guy that felt like he had a good talent, that he just could, support AU and want to be a part of it. We just had talent, which was really awesome. The guys did a really good job. They were absolutely hilarious, so it was a pleasure to watch. We just had a athletic wear, so the guys kind of supported their teams, and a lot of them are athletes on campus, which is really cool. Afterwards, we're having like a pickup line session, which I'm going to be the person kind of delegating who's good and who's not, and then we have a formal wear, and I believe that's it.
Matt Wallach, a freshman at Aurora University, won the first ever Mr. Spartan pageant show.
Billy actually messaged me on Facebook, or I got an email from Illy, one of the sorority girls, and she asked me if I could be contested. I was nominated to be contested for Mrs. Spartan. So initially I had to reject because other things I had to do, but my schedule opened up and booked it out with Mrs. Spartan. So I sang. Now, I love singing, but I'm not really a good singer. I lip sing Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding.
How does it feel to become Mr. Spartan?
Pretty good. I'm going to put this on my resume, so hopefully it gets me somewhere.
Nice. Lastly, do you plan on defending your title next year?
If they get a Mr. Spartan next year, yeah, I'll come back and defend my title. I'll defend it.
It's almost time to say goodbye, but before that, we have one last thing. A final roundup of what else is happening around campus.
Pancake Night, a tradition all Aurora University students look forward to, is on Thursday, April 23rd. No swipes are needed, and this event is open to all students, both those that live on campus as well as commuters. The CAF opens up their doors at 10 p.m.
Aurora University's choir still has a spring concert that will be on Friday, April 24th, and will feature songs from Mozart's Requiem, starting at 7:30 p.m. in Crimi Auditorium.
Lambda Pi Eta, the National Communication Association Honor Society, will be hosting Speech Night on April 30th in Perry Theater at 7 p.m.
Graduation is right around the corner for you seniors. May 3rd at 2 p.m. out on the quad. Make sure you've gotten your cap and gown and have picked up all of your cords.
Honors Convocation is this week, meaning there's no classes this Friday, April 17th after 1:05 p.m.
Since this is our last AU in View show for the semester, and most of our news team is graduating, this week's Word on the Quad features seniors here at AU Spartan Media. As they give their advice to incoming freshmen, let's take a look.
My biggest advice for incoming freshmen is two things actually. One, get involved as much as you can. It'll really benefit your college experience, and it'll really, add a lot of life to the university you're at. And my second piece of advice is take advantage of career services very early on and start looking for internships and jobs. Start planning that out your freshman year. So by the time you get to your junior, senior year, you already have things in the works and you're not stressing out, pulling your hair out, trying to figure out what's going to happen next.
The advice that I would give to incoming freshmen is to always ask questions and not to be scared of what's ahead of you. Also to get off to a good start, because your GPA is cumulative and it really matters to keep up the good work and get to a good start right at the beginning.
My advice for freshmen, incoming freshmen, is to actually study. Don't just think you can blow it off because, oh, it's just college, whatever. Just actually study, actually do the work, and you'll do fine.
Do not drink on campus. It is stupid and not worthwhile. Trust me, don't do it. 2, enjoy college. Even no matter where you are, because it goes by so quickly. And it's some of the best years of your life. So please enjoy it. Don't drink on campus. And make tons of friends and plenty of memories. And smile because it happened. And don't be sad because it's gone.
Before we go, we have Dr. Matt Neller here to give some closing remarks about his news team here at AU in View. Hi, Dr. Neller.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. So, how do you think the semester went with AU in View and AU Spartan Media?
Oh, I think it went great. I've been really happy with what all the different teams have done for AU Spartan Media. This is the end of our first year as kind of a student organization, when a student-run media corps. We had, the year before that, we did a couple things, and you were one of the people that were involved with some of our first shows, some of our very first episodes of AU in View.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been extremely pleased with what we've accomplished this year in terms of getting 3 full shows going on a weekly basis, and all the promotions activities and everything that we've had going on. So yeah, it's been good.
Can you tell us a little bit about each of the individual teams?
Well, we split into teams. So we have a news team, which you guys produce the AU in View show. We have a sports team that produces a weekly sports interview show and does live coverage of our sporting events. We have a culture team, which produces a weekly movie review show, in addition to a couple other projects that they work on. There's an advertising team that produces video advertisements and things like that, and to promote some of our shows and other things on campus. And then we have a graphics team, which handles a lot of the photography and graphic design, and actually designed our logo for AU in View, and does a lot of other projects. And then our last team is our PR team, which actually promotes AU in View, and did our launch party in the fall, did a Mardi Gras event here in the spring to promote and make sure we get the word out about all the different programs that we're producing. So.
Okay, I know you have a lot of teams here, obviously, at AU in View. Do you have to be a communications major in order to be with us? I know Carrie and I are both communications majors, but...
No, you don't. You can take the class. We have this media production seminar class. It's a year-long class that you take, and you do not need to be a communication major to take that. In fact, we've got people in the room here that aren't communication majors. David in our studio is I believe, a psychology criminal justice or something like that, but he took the class because he enjoyed being a part of the team. So, and you don't even need to be in the class. We have Carrie is actually not a part of the class, so she's just doing this for free. She's not getting any credit or anything like that.
You're getting credit. You're on TV with us.
But looking forward to next year, Carrie will be a part of us next year. So.
All right. So then, speaking of next year, I know you're graduating a majority of all your news teams.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you'd like to say about any of us here on AU in View?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, we have a lot of people in the room here that I know are graduating that have been helping us out. A lot of people that were here from the start graduated in the fall. So, like Pietro, or I guess he didn't graduate, but he was wrapping things up. Yeah, I know David is graduating. David has been part of the team all year so far. Devin, I guess, has a little bit longer. He's our director, but he'll be graduating in as what he told me, he's got another term or something like that. Okay. A couple other people. I know Jessica has been with us since the beginning and actually took the first class with us when we did AU in View. Ashley is graduating as one of our camera people. Abby is graduating. She's our graphic designer this term. Dee did graduated in the fall, and she was a graphic designer before that. Janice, I think, is graduating. She was another one of our graphic designers. We got Missy is one of our promotions people, is on camera, and Costigan is also one of our promotions people. They were our social media directors, so they're in the room here producing. But I wanted to save you for last. Christina has really been kind of running the show and has been our producer for the entire year.
It's been hard.
And has produced basically every episode, right? Maybe with a little bit of help on some. Or
yeah, I think I've done every episode other than some of our Beyond the Cap, which Carrie stars in as well.
Right. So. And Christina has been really my rock as far as making sure that we have
I'm gonna cry now.
an AU in View show every week, and she gets the news stories put together. She gets something to talk about. She gets guests to come on for the show, but you really have done an awesome job this year as the producer for the show. So I thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you for giving me this chance.
Yeah.
And I think we should wrap it up before I cry. So that is our show here on AU in View, and we'll see you next semester. Okay? Okay.